Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Madhuri. Welcome back to this Learn English program. This lesson is the third in the series of the lessons on punctuation marks in English. Be ready to meet next two pause punctuation marks, the colon and the semicolon. How does the semicolon look like? Just look at this symbol. There are two punctuation marks put together, a dot or a period floating above a comma. That's a semicolon. The word semi means half. What is a colon? The symbol of colon looks like this, two dots, one above the other. And in the semicolon, this below one turns into a comma. That makes us half colon, that is semicolon. So I hope now you can easily differentiate between colon and semicolon. A colon consists of two dots, one above the other, whereas the symbol of semicolon consists of a dot above a comma. Now, first let's meet the semicolon. This mark is used to combine closely related sentences. Now, what are these closely related sentences? Let's understand it with an example. Do you see some connection between these two sentences? You may question that we can use full stop or a period instead of semicolon here, as semicolons are the most similar to a full stop, as they are used at the end of a full sentence. So, what's the difference? The answer to this question will also answer your doubt. Using the semicolon shows that your ideas before and after the semicolon, they are connected. He's so stubborn. It's impossible to convince him. Do you see a connection between these two sentences? Yes, as they are both talking about the same idea, him and his stubborn character. So, the use of the semicolon. The semicolon is also used between independent clauses, but in that case, coordinating conjunctions are to be omitted. For example, I have finished the main course. Now I wish to have the dessert. Here, the use of the semicolon between the two independent clauses helps to join these two sentences and shows the relationship between them. So, the use of the semicolon emphasizes that the ideas are connected. Though it's not used too much, but its use will help you to write clearly and efficiently. Now let's take up the last punctuation mark in this category of pause punctuation. That's colon. The colon is used to introduce words, lists, names, and phrases after an independent clause. So, colons have one main job. They introduce examples, explanations, or details. Let's have a look on this example. Whenever you drive, you must follow these rules. Wear your seat belt, obey traffic rules, and keep your eyes on the road. The colon can be used for the sentences as well, sentences which give some information. For example, all the three children are involved in art. Priya is a dancer, Suniti is a singer, and Meghna is a painter. Just notice the use of colon after this independent clause, all the three children are involved in art. And after the use of colon, we have some clauses. So, this is the use of colon to introduce items or give information about something. Though colons are used after the independent clause, but there are some exceptions, like in the titles and headings where we want to save the space. We use colons after single words or phrases. When you use a colon, don't leave a space before it, but do leave a space after it. This is a very common mistake which I have noticed, that generally people leave a space before colon, but it should not be done that way. There should not be a space left before colon. We should put the colon just after the last letter of that sentence without leaving a space, but do leave a space after it. In this video, we have studied pause punctuations, semicolon and colon. Now it's time for practice. Here are some sentences. Add commas, semicolons and colons where you find necessary. Please pause the video and note down these sentences in your notebook and then check the answers. I'm reading out these sentences for your help. Just mind where do I pause and where not. The first sentence is, Mr. and Mrs. Sharma are very wealthy. However, they live a simple life. Next sentence. There are three major agendas of this meeting: the increasing demand of the production, review of the products, and the need of the promotion. Next sentence is, if you don't like the pudding, you don't need to eat it. And the final one is, finally, we learned to use the pause punctuation marks. Dear students, just pause the video here to have more time to look at these sentences and then add punctuation marks. Here comes the answer key. Now check your answers. I hope you have done all correct. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section or watch this video again. That will definitely help you out. Thank you for joining. Stay tuned for the next lesson. Happy learning!